and read-alouds. This is All Better, also known as the Band-Aid book. It comes with 5 reusable, restickable Band-Aids. In this story, all of the animals have a boo-boo, and it's your child's job to kiss it, put a bandage on it, all better. These Band-Aids will stick over and over. And now we have Little Bear needs glasses from the same people. In this story, you're gonna get 5 pairs of reusable glasses. And Little Bear goes to all of his friends and tries to find just the right pair for him. These are great, and your kids will love interacting with them over and over. Also, a brand new release is Kitty Cat, Where Have You Been? I've been to London to visit the Queen. We have London and we have Paris. And these are sweet little rhyming stories. And in these stories, the kitty cat is gonna go to all sorts of famous landmarks through London and Paris. So this one says, I sailed up the Thames where the chilly wind blew. They raised Tower Bridge so I could get through. It's a great way to introduce geography of famous cities to even your littlest kids. This is Kane Miller's most famous book called Nibbles. And in this story, a book monster likes to eat his way through fairy tales. There's actually cutouts of where Nibbles eats through your own copy of the book. He jumps into Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, so it's almost a book within a book. And then it tells how he escapes Goldilocks. He jumps into Little Red Riding Hood, and then last he jumps into Jack and the Beanstalk. It's so much fun, and in the end, he gets captured, but he doesn't stay captured for long. He actually eats his way outside the back of the book. It's a lot of fun, especially for older kids who even know their nursery rhymes. The humor is even more funny. This is Dan the Taxi Man, my favorite rhyming book. In this story, they're picking up Dan, the taxi man. Every time you say that, they have to say beep, beep. Dan, beep, beep, the taxi man. Going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can. And then each of the people that he picks up has an instrument. Here's Maureen with her tambourine, and each one makes a noise. Shake a crash, shake a crash. So much fun. Your kids will love all the rhythm and rhyme in this story. This is Cordelia, a modern day fairy tale about believing in yourself. There's a plush option, so you can get a little Cordelia doll, makes a great gift. And in this story, Cordelia believes that she can fly, but some of her friends don't believe that she can fly. So she starts to doubt herself, and it makes her feel very sad and gray, and the pictures actually turn gray themselves as she gets sadder and sadder. But in the end, she decides she doesn't care what anyone else thinks. She knows she can fly, and that's what's most important, believing in yourself. Usborne also has lots of classic fairy tales that are nice padded retellings of stories. We have things like Anne of Green Gables and Cinderella and Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, so you can look for those. Animalie is a sweet hardback book, and it's all rhyming. I love you busily like a bee. I love you doggedly like a flea. I love you gently like a lamb. I love you boldly like a ram. It's great for building vocabulary of some unique animal vocabulary names, but it's also a great rhyming story. We also have Americanalie, which is the same concept but with U.S. landmarks and places around the U.S. A Tale of Two Beasts is an interesting picture book about a story told from 2 different perspectives. So the first half of the book is told by the girl's perspective when she meets this creature in the forest. And the second half of the book is the creature's perspective about meeting this girl in the forest. It's great to teach your kids that you might see things one way, but your friend might see them a different way. One of my favorite books for kids learning how to read themselves is Bears Don't Read. I love this sweet story about a bear who lives in the forest, and he just thinks there's more to life than just being a bear and eating berries. So he decides he wants to read. He goes to town, but the police and the townspeople don't like him there, so they try to arrest him. But quickly, a little girl and her mom take him under their wing and teach him how to read. It has a super sweet little surprise ending. And the last story I want to show you is The Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth. It also has a plush option, and in this story, Oscar is the little boy who goes to sleep one night, and he wakes up to find a mammoth outside his window. So he follows the mammoth who has lost his little brother. There's lots of like fold outs and lift the flaps, and they actually end up in the museum. And although it's a fiction story about him and this mammoth trying to catch the little brother who's run away, there's lots of nonfiction lift the flaps, like here's Van Gogh. As they walk through the museum, you can learn about different things in the museum. It's really, really fun, and lots of things to look at. It reminds me of night at the museum. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of those great read-alouds and picture books for story time at your house.